Hey everyone,
Anthony Fantano? Bro, obviously I clicked on the channel, but yeah, I'm glad to see this guy. Let's see what he's saying.
here, internet's busiest music nerd. I hope you're doing well.
Alright, so this guy's kind of got the, the nerd war swag, where you just happy to see him, but he might actually just be like evil or going through hell. Because right now it looks like he's just been in harmony or something. Yeah, I'm glad to see Anthony. Let's go, Anthony.
Because honestly, I'm not. I'm stressed.
Damn, what's wrong, Anthony? What's wrong?
Frankly, I'm concerned. Concerned for the well-being of the #1 hip-hop journalist in America, Mr. DJ Akademiks. Because after watching this guy put in
It's this because he made his face fat in the video.
years and years and years of hard work in front of the camera and behind the scenes, I've personally found it to be inspirational to see him finally getting his flowers. A chain from his most favorite rapper in the world, Drizzy Drake. The guy is riding a high,
not a bribe,
now and on an incredible winning streak that just can't be stopped, even posting to show the world.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't know who's got the biggest L here, bruh. I don't know who's got after that Diddy tape, bro. I know it's one thing, bruh. He might need an STD test too, bruh.
That I guess he slept with 50 Cent's ex. And I guess like proudly posted to the world he needed to take some gas station drugs to make his wiener hard. He's clearly maturing in terms of taste and personality as people who have grown beyond their teen years, and consensual relations are now his thing.
And to keep it real, if you think about it in the bigger scheme of things.
Now his thing, and then he plays the What's he done to you, Anthony? What's he done?
Not much difference between a 20 or a 17 or a 21 and a 17. Just kind of mean one's a minor and one's not a minor. But I will say, listen, I adopted this rule, which I think was fine. I said, listen, man, as long as the chick got a college ID, she's getting fucked. I don't care if she's...
Whoa, with Tiger in the background? Damn. An ugly Kylie Jenner, not even new makeup? Oh, damn.
17. I don't care if she's 17 and a half. I don't care if she just turned 17 and I'm 21. She's going to get this dick. But that's just being honest. Everybody keep pointing out it's legal in other places of the world. Well, they live in fucking California. It's not legal there. But if you think about it, is it that big of a deal? And don't act like people don't do it all the time.
But even...
Damn. What? Yo. Why is Anthony trying to assassinate Akademiks, bro? What's going on?
all these good things going for...
He's saying something people would have thought back in the day. I just want you to know that. If you're saying you were 18 or 21 and didn't believe the same thing in secret, because some of the stuff he was saying is perfectly legal, bro. The age range is different in different states, man. G, what do you want me to say?
Right now, there is one thing keeping this man awake at night, and that's Jay-Z. Jay-Z and Rock Nation, which, if you look at Act's social media feeds, you would be led to believe that they are, in fact, like a threat to his very existence. Like if Jay and Rock Nation had their way, Act would be 6 feet underground right now. And these feelings are pretty much confirmed in a new conversation that was uploaded to the internet, 3 hours long, by the way. An interview, some disc...
Yeah, I need no one watch 3 hours of that, bro. If you're watching 3 hours of Charlamagne and Akademiks complaining about Rock Nation, bro, who's essing the most D between Drake and Jay-Z, bro, you don't love life enough, my G.
Between Ak and Charlamagne the God, where they go over a myriad of topics, of course, including some of the weird associations Ak has with guys like Grand Wizard.
Which brings us finally...
I thought Grand Wizard Black. Who's this dude? Wait, let me see this dude. Damn! Grand Wizard of Orph. Damn.
Which brings us finally to the man behind the curtain, who you genuinely cannot make this up, goes by Grand Wizard. George Wynn, an Australian named as a defendant, allegedly runs the Akademiks TV account and operates in chat under that handle. The guy who converts the state crypto to cash, lies arms with the bot vendors, and coordinates narratives. The paid clips, the manufactured praise, the slander of rival artists, the synthetic chat hype.
Australia has state crypto? Damn.
Makes a stage moment feel organic. Per the leaked chat logs, the complaints lean on, the wizard wasn't freelancing. He was allegedly taking his marching orders straight from Drake and DJ Akademiks.
Okay.
Bro, I'm going to be honest with you. You need context to what you just heard, which is like, so Charlamagne got big. Charlamagne's a radio producer in New York right now. And he got big from what you call trolling like celebrities to their face. And I guess Akademiks is the online version of that, directly just take lessons from him. And Charlamagne's upset that what he did to people to get successful happened to him. That's why you heard all that nonsense, because not a damn thing he said really matters in any type of run, long run, short run, or any meaningful way. cryptocurrency, man. I thought the crypto was the illegal part.
Respond to that?
Please.
Okay.
The academics.
Okay, can I respond to that?
You know those crazy things this guy's done, bro. What is he responding to? This man here once sniffed the seat of what's it called? Halle Berry. I don't blame him. I would have sniffed it too, but still, man, not on camera.
Okay. Now, this is why I said you're doing a media sleight of hand.
I'm just reading what they wrote.
But really the
What did they write, bro? I don't know what they did wrong.
topic throughout this conversation is Jay-Z and Rock Nation. I believe Rock Nation comes up as a topic maybe 100 times or something. And Axe paranoia is so extreme that he even believes that by virtue of, I guess, not being a totally blind Jay-Z hater himself, that Charlemagne in some degree is a threat to Axe.
So you think Rock Nation's... I'm not the only person saying it. Okay, fine. I'm Manic. But if I am, Bobby Shmurda is too.
Bobby ain't on Instagram yo, they trying to take me out. They trying to destroy me. They want me gone. I saw you post,
Bobby,
I'm bringing mad security.
Yo, Bobby.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. If it's between you and Jay-Z, Ack, bro, my man's picking Jay-Z, bro. It's a dead-end conversation, bro. Let's be honest, man. Akademiks is cool, right? But if you know Jay-Z, you're picking Jay-Z, man. Of course, you're not paranoid, bro. They're trying to take you out, bro. They're gonna take you out in Fortnite, bro? What are you afraid of, bro? You don't sell drugs.
With Charlemagne, because Dez might have me killed.
No. Bobby Shmurda...
No, acknowledge that. Acknowledge that. Nobody's online saying Rock Nation wants them dead except for you.
I don't think you're tapped in.
I want to sidestep really quick and say that Rock Nation is by no means a perfect organization, and Jay-Z himself is by no means a perfect figure, somebody who in fact is very worthy of criticism. I mean, even in his recent string of Yankee Stadium performances, which seemingly went off without a hitch, had a star-studded list of guests, he was dropping some freestyle retorts about how people have been taking him to task for, putting the reasonable doubt.
I'm be honest with you too, man. I want to see Reasonable Doubt brought to you by Costco or by Target. The hell, I want to see that, man. I want to see the new album, bro. I was disappointed too. But then he brought all the most famous people he could think of and best musicians in the earth to back him up. So I'm ready for them, man. I'm good for the feature too, bro. I ain't playing. Though. Watch it from online either way, bro. I ain't paying either way, man.
Should release in Target stores after the way the company rolled back DEI initiatives, leading to an open black community.
I'm gonna be honest with you here as well. I don't care about politics. I do my best to stay out of it and ignore it and avoid all the crazies. But all that was a scam, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. If the black community, and I'm black, I can say some of it. Not maybe a different type of black. But the black community is waiting on DEI to cure its problems, bro. We're in a definite place, man. Jay-Z you're better off with Jay-Z than selling cocaine than working at Target, bro. What's that job? What's that? A job? What's that? Why happens to being a doctor or an engineer, bro? Damn. Better off just trying to work on that. Don't campaign for this.
And Jay's response to that criticism was essentially, well, a lot of you guys shop at Amazon and these other companies that are not.
He's right, man. They're all racist. They don't like white people either, bro. They'll hire immigrant instantly, bro. bro. If it weren't for the minimum wage, you be seeing white slavery right now up to them, up to each and every one of them, bro. That man work for Sauron, bro.
Good.
Them man ain't working. Them man don't care about race, bro. Not the way you think.
It's really a false equivalence out of the gate. There's a difference in culpability between a billionaire doing a whole ass...
I'm being honest with you, man. Them crappy jobs with AI and Skynet out here now, bro. Anyone complaining about that, man, probably ain't got a job, though, ironically.
This deal with a retailer versus a single person buying some products at that retailer. Plus, as someone who historically has a lot of control over his own music, Jay-Z gets to pick and choose where reissues and streaming availability for his records shows up. The guy is also a billionaire. We, as music fans who actually care about the legacy of Jay-Z's work and the substance of his words, deserve a robust discourse where we can actually have a real conversation.
Bro, Jay-Z don't care, man. Why are we wasting time on Jay-Z? I get it. This video.
Okay.
YouTube network systematic blip blip boo.
About the validity of not just Jay-Z's music and words, but the way that he frames himself as like hip-hop culture's man on the inside, since he sort of broke that mainstream glass ceiling for the genre and now is in power positions at institutions like the NFL. But it's kind of difficult to have those conversations when a bulk of the discourse around Jay-Z is being soaked up by complete psychos like Akademiks, whose only prerogative seemingly is not to critique Jay-Z from like a materialist perspective, but instead to paint him as the boogeyman who's like a danger to everybody who dares cross him. If that's the case, why is Akademiks the only person whose life is under threat in this scenario? Why not other people who have been taking him to task over his associations with R. Kelly, which he has been eerily silent on? Why not dudes like Dame Dash?
Why you diss Dame Dash as well? My man's dissing Dame Dash. That's why he's giving the duck face with white pan face. Okay.
Who are still very much here walking the planet, who Jay-Z has overtly referenced and has much more reason to be angry with than anyone on Akademiks' level. Again, it's just...
I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. Ho's gunning for Ak, bro. Ho's gunning for Ak. Ho's gunning for all them Drake fans, bro. Everyone's telling me Drake's getting gone, but that's where Ho came from, bro. Imagine that, bro. Mine is a real street dude, bro. Getting this from the guy from Degrassi, bro. Come on, Ak, bro. What do you expect?
Difficult to have any meaningful conversation around Jay-Z because, as Charlemagne says, his biggest and loudest and most notable detractors are all the most psychotic losers on the planet.
How would I speak from my perspective? I'm manic. How would Dame speak from his perspective? He's manic. How would Nicki speak from her perspective? He's manic. Okay, do you think Drake is manic?
I haven't heard Drake say nothing.
Okay, so all right, so now you're
And I'm
backtracking.
gonna be honest with you. You just named 3 people who sound manic as fuck. Who? Nicki, Dame, and you?
Nicki Minaj, Dame Dash, and you? Alright.
Sound manic with that?
You starting to sound a little manic, actually.
This is from Charlotte, bro. Am I G?
Who? Nicki.
My G? My guy is gaslighting the world, my bro. What the fuck? Bro, this is Charlemagne, bro. You see what it is, man? This is what happens when you get too successful, bro. You can't say nothing, bro. At Charlemagne the God, the man who once said, "Yo, if you ain't got a boyfriend on Valentine's Day, all you hoes need to go to the strip club and get a new job," is calling Akademiks, whatever he's calling, because I already forgot. Damn, what happened to Charlemagne? I used to call it interesting, bro, but I'm kind of there too.
Dame, and you?
I sound manic with that?
You starting to sound a little manic, act. I didn't see it in person. I see it online. So
Yo,
online,
Charlotte.
I'm like, yo, he performing.
Yo, Charlotte.
Seeing it in person is crazy.
Charlotte,
Like, I'm like, yo, and by the way, and you can ask Alex. I said to Alex, I just want to talk to Alex and see if he really believes some of this shit.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this is why we're in this new media landscape, because this light gaslighting. Just watch the comments.
Nicki Minaj going full MAGA and going on one crazy Twitter rant after another. Dame Dash looking like a completely foolish, desperate clown every time he tries to fire back at Jay. And Akademiks crying and sweating and coping live on stream about how much of a threat Rock Nation is to him.
Now y'all should know me. When I'm really at war, I'm not above anything. I put a nigga's picture up there with his fucking kid at a playground.
My man's just talking about posting people online, bro. Academics, man. He's too goddamn dramatic, man. He might be Jamaican, but come on, man. If it weren't for that dramatic part, bro, I wouldn't believe my man's Jamaican. My man's Jamaican, you know. Born there and everything, bro. What's going on, man? You let the side down. I'm Jamaican too, but I wasn't born there. I can't like.
Not defending anyone who's associated with me, but to the level of doxing where you're showing people's houses, addresses, and you're invasive into where they're sleeping, y'all better not have kids. Because if I was them, I know how I play. I would like to not go that far. And I wouldn't go that far because I still have some fond memories. But remember this, I'm the only one that don't got no kids in this situation. I don't got no kids, no wife, no nothing. So I just want to tell y'all, are we going down the route
of
I don't know what my man's talking about. He's gonna post kids, bro. All them guys have post kids, bro. They got Instagram too. What's going on, my G?
people in front of each other's houses. I don't have kids.
I think Anthony just wants to get lit up, man. I say Anthony just wants to get a bit more hype. Instead of slowing down, I think Anthony just said, you know what? I choose online violence today, man. Post off a diss track and see if my man bites.
I don't have kids because I
Do with the viewership.
hip hop. You know what? I live this, and eventually I will. But this shit right here, I got niggas trying to kill me. I don't give two fucks, nigga. I'm glad I don't got kids right now, cause like they'll probably be or a baby mama, they'll be targeted. But for the rest of y'all that live a nice little family life afterwards, be careful.
His motivations for engaging this topic are very obvious and twofold. One, he's obviously still pissed off about the Megan Thee Stallion lawsuit and, legal tangles he's got himself caught in, because Megan is obviously affiliated with Rock Nation, and Ak mercilessly slandered her again and again and again, knowingly so, for clout, money, and attention. And he didn't need to do that. Nobody was making his ass do that shit. Then the second part of this is obviously the fact that Ak is now an acolyte of Drake at this point. Basically, any little bit or any little piece of propaganda that Drake wants to get out into the world comes out through Ak's mouth on his stream and on his YouTube channel. And with Iceman slowly melting off of the charts, spare for a few tracks, and Jay-Z getting ready for a new album cycle and making it very clear there's probably going to be some shots at Drake in the mix on that album, and given how well they're likely to be written, they're probably gonna hurt. So of course Drake would like to get ahead of that by poisoning the well around Jay-Z via Akademiks. Yeah, man, as much as Illuminati allegations tend to chase Jay-Z here and there, I don't think this plan is gonna work. In addition to that, any allegations you could throw at Jay in terms of being connected to weird people or doing shady shit or, being involved in some strange opportunistic wheelings and dealings, you could multiply all of those 2 or 3 or 4 times and apply them to Drake.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think my man just wanted, I've already said it, but he's just trying to gas up off this whole drama, man. It's slowing down. Music is slow, bro. I don't know what happened to music, bro. All the good musicians just said, nah. Even the guys I listen to, man, it's just 3 Drake albums, but that was 3 years, bro. What happened to everyone else's album? Future dropped, and no one listened. And that's it. And they're saying that's no, I ain't even gonna say it, bro.
Akademiks, and they would be true. They are not just knee deep, but balls deep when it comes to crypto online gambling schemes. And when it comes to forcing and botting narratives around the internet, nobody goes harder than the Drake camp does currently.
Nobody used stake to bot music streams. That's a lie. That doesn't happen. I'm telling everybody in the world doesn't happen. That's a lie. So the context of acting like that's happening.
Stake is a huge company.
Nobody used stake to bot music.
You don't know that.
I'm telling you, I know.
The same way
I work.
He knows he did because they all do it, man. My man's been in the music game, bro. Come on, my G.
Listen, the same way I can sit here and say, I can't sit here and say, I don't know if Rock Nation's coming to
All right.
I don't think so.
All right, so why don't you say the same thing about whatever they said about Jay-Z in them files? I don't know.
Because with that, I can actually read and see that it's a freaking hotline number that somebody randomly called in.
Okay.
And the story don't make no fucking sense whatsoever.
So possibly, who knows?
So again, Ak is acting very strange right now, and there's only 2 possible explanations. Via Drake, he is engaging in a scheme that is really fucking stupid and never going to work, or he really truly is off of his rocker and suffering from some really extreme paranoid delusions, and apparently wakes out of a cold sweat at night after seeing visions of Jay-Z in his dreams. Jay-Z, no. No, Jay-Z, no, no! Ah!